Hi, I'm Miss Armstrong, and on a normal year I would be commuting from Northfield, but today I'm sitting in my dining room, and this is where I'll be teaching from now on until this is until we're back to normal. So what I'd like to do in this video is walk you through how Schoology will be arranged for the remainder of the quarter. So hopefully this setup is something we can stick to and easily managed by both of us. So let me get right to it here. I'm going to open an intermediate algebra folder, but they're all going to be the same. So in each class, I have my Google Meets classroom link right there. That's the most important thing you'll need for the first few weeks anyway, is just to show up for those synchronous times, if at all possible. Then week 1, if you open it up, will look like this for all classes. So I have a Ignite Chunk Chew Review, and then the last folder down here is again my link to it's the same link always for me, and then my office hours. And inside here, there's a discussion board that you can leave. You can leave your questions on. So if you have questions, you just type them in here, or upload a picture, or whatever it happens to be. So that's what that last folder is for. So let's get started again then with the first one. So the Ignite, it says explore on your own right here. And so my hope is that you will be able to get in there into that folder before our synchronous session. And in this week's folder, I have a welcome, and in here I made my own Bitmoji classroom, virtual classroom, and it takes a minute to load, but here we go. And I'm going to start out each week with this, and this is where I'm going to put these videos that you need to watch. They will either be like this one is a Joel Bowler video on mathematical mindsets, but in the future weeks it'll be math related to what we're doing that week. And then also I will record a little voice message here with any further instructions for the week. So that welcome is very important each week, and you should be sure and check that out. All of these are, that you will get a green check once you've done each of these activities. And then the next one in this week's is a Get to Know You survey. And so here's this survey I want you to fill out. We'll be using our first unit for both my classes, algebra and accelerated algebra. We're going to be starting in a stats unit. So we'll be using that information for our first units of study also. And then the next folder is the chunk, and that's the Explore with the whole group. And so this is where I'll have those slides for the week. And so also in here, if you scroll up, you'll have breakout rooms. So I have individual students listed under each group, and then I have Jamboards for each group. And those will stay the same for the first quarter. So just to avoid confusion, we're going to keep the same groups for one whole quarter, and then decide what to do after that. But you will have the same Google Meets link as well as the same Jamboard every week with the same groups. And so we'll just go through this during our synchronous time. There's a little activity here that actually comes up again in the Chew. The Chew is the Explore with small groups, so if there's small group activities, this is where you break out. So I put those breakout room links and the Jamboard links in this folder as well. So they're up there in the, they're up there in the chunk folder with the weekly slides, and then they're also down here. And so I'll explain this little activity when we get together. the first week, and that's how you will do group activities. You'll do them on a Jamboard, and it'll be the same Jamboard each week, the same link to it, and then we'll just erase them week after week. And then the review is kind of like your homework. So for homework, this week we have this 4-4s assignment where you try to make all the numbers between 1 and 20, 1 and 20 using 4-4s. And you must use 4-4s, and you can use any kind of operation there. One that we didn't get on there was the square root operation. You can use that as well. But you can group, you can square something, you can multiply, divide, add, or subtract, and come up with the numbers. And I'll explain that a little bit more too when we're in synchronous time. So that's, and then the 6-word memoir is just, it's just 6 words that describe you or that you come up with. So she smiled, he had no chance. So that's a 6-word poem type thing. I've started, I think I put mine in here. Oh, I guess not. So anyway, those will be uploaded too, and I'll put an example in there for that. So that's it. Every week you'll have 4 folders to check out. It looks like more than it is really, but the main things are to go through each one of them and check out the virtual classroom with the video in it, and then join us for the synchronous sessions and the whole group weekly slides. So hopefully this helps. I can't think of anything else I should add, so I think I'm done. Thanks.